Hello, it's Silversong. Welcome to Bramblestar Storm book review and discussion. In this book review, there will be spoilers from the previous books in the Warrior series, specifically The Last Hope, so don't stay here if you don't want to be spoiled. Well, for those. As long as you've read The Last Hope and the other book series, you should be fine. I won't be spoiling you in the first portion. So let's get started with this quick monthly warrior fact. I will be including a warrior fact in front of every one of my reviews, usually related to the book. And it won't be spoiling you for the book. Bramblestar Storm supposedly takes place 6 moons after The Last Hope. Book review portion. Let's get started. So, Bramblestar Storm is a well-wrote, charming book that sums up this wonderful series. I really like this book. I think it was incredible, and the artwork on there was pretty cool, even though it was a bit different. Now let me show you. This isn't my book, so I can't take off the jacket, but this is the inside art. It's kind of dark, so it's hard for you to see. Sorry, because it's so pixelated. Bramblestar Storm is a well-wrote, charming book that sums up this wonderful series. I really recommend it to anyone who has finished The Last Hope and the whole series. So if they've read the last book and have read the series as well and want to know what happens, like after, Firestar dies, and you want to know how ThunderClan's dealing with it, because in this book, we haven't really seen ThunderClan without Firestar. This is incredibly new, except for the pre-books in the Super Edition. But still, this is very different because he's dead now. Aw, come on. Okay, so it's kind of like a book prologue, if you know what I mean. I'm going to take this book here so I can read the first page of the prologue. Okay, so prologue. Firestar brushed through the long grass beneath the trees and drank in the warm scent of prey. Sunlight sliced between the branches, causing dapples onto his flame-colored pelt. For a moment he paused, unsure which of the tantalizing aromas he should follow. Then he picked out the scent of a squirrel. It had swarmed up the tree of a nearby oak tree. Sorry, I keep on saying tree. It's trunk. And was hiding somewhere in the branches above his head. It's been a while since I tested my tree climbing skills, he thought, remembering how he had taught his clan to hunt above ground. Lion Blaze really hated it at first. With a purr of amusement, Firestar recalled the golden-furred warrior standing at the foot of a tree, reluctant to set paw on the trunk. Unlike Cinderheart, who seemed ready to sleep in a bird's nest once she learned how to climb. Firestar sprang up the tree, digging his claws into the rough bark, and spotted the squirrel on one of the outer branches. He leaped toward it, reveling in the strength in his haunches, pleased that he still kept his sense of balance. The squirrel fled, jumping from branch to branch higher and higher. As Firestar crouched, ready to follow, he heard a voice calling from below. Okay, that's the end of the first page. If any of you are wondering the reason if Firestar starts out, is because this takes place in SkyClan. He didn't regenerate or anything. Because if Aaron Hunter did that, I would have been mad. Because Bramblestar is one of my favorite characters, and I wanted him to become leader. So let's get started with the book talk. Anyone here who has not read this book, go read this book and come back so we can discuss. But I don't want to spoil you, and I don't recommend you spoiling yourself, because this book is amazing. Okay, so first, let's get started. I personally love this book. I waited for it so long, forever. Actually, funny story. I started school and was bored. I wasn't able to get to school library, and now the public library was too far away because we recently moved, and I was starting at a new school. But yeah, I didn't really have a book, so I have the first 2 series of Warriors. I'll show you my book collection later. Sorry. So I decided to reread them. And then, so I go online to Aaron Hunter's website, and I find out Bramblestar Storm is coming out. And I'm freaking yelling all over the place. And then I go downstairs and I beg my mom, please want to buy this? She says, sure. But then I go online and I check the price and like $20? Like, what? So we check it out from the library because this book is expensive. It is $20. Do not lose this because you're going to be paying quite a price. So first, let me show you the parts that I have bookmarked. Okay, first is the prologue area I just read for you. This area is extreme. I'm not going to reread it, but I really loved this part. Like, I felt we finally got the glimpse into StarClan that we needed. I'm just going to remove the book. We finally got a glimpse into StarClan that we needed and I desperately wanted. And I was really happy about that. Okay, I'm going to read a funny part that I found in this book. How dare you, she exclaimed. Name one time ThunderClan has invaded your territory. This isn't actually part of the book, but silence. Like, I can only remember once when ThunderClan invaded WindClan's territory. I don't have that good of a memory since I haven't read the last two series. I at least haven't finished them again. Like, I reread them. I'm rereading them, but I haven't been able to get all of them. But I think the last time I can remember was, spoiler alert, was in, spoiler alert for Blue Star's Prophecy. If you haven't read it, just skip over the next 5 seconds. When Moonflower dies because she's invading WindClan camp. So yeah. That's the last time I remember. Okay, spoiler alert passed. Have I? No, never mind. Okay. Another really funny part. Bramblestar realized this was true. He felt guilty. He thought about this. He hadn't thought about this himself. And he was struck by how serious Berry Nose sounded. Maybe he's growing up at last, he thought. He used to be a real pain in the tail. Okay, I totally agreed with Bramblestar. Like, he was kind of a pain in the tail, you know what I mean? Cocky. But at least he didn't turn out like the other cockies did. Okay, so, because it's in the book, I'm going to list all the cats who died in The Last Hope or because of the Great Battle. We all know Mousefur. She died as an elder. She fought very bravely. I can't remember who she was killed by. Who was it? I don't remember. Sorry, maybe it was Darkstripe. But Longtail came back to save her. I wonder if there was like a relationship with between Longtail and Mousefur. I've heard the rumor that Mousefur was in love with Redtail, but when Redtail fathered Sandstorm, she was heartbroken, so she never took on a mate. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a speculation. I'm not sure, really. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, so don't quote me. Okay, then after Mousefur Hollyleaf, she died from Hawkfrost defending Ivypool. I was so sad that she and Fallen Leaf did not get to be together in the end. It's so sad. So yeah, that's Hollyleaf, and then the next one is Fern Cloud. She was killed by Broken Star, obviously, defending her kits in the nursery. And then Sorreltail, I don't know why she did this, but she hid her wounds because she wanted to take care of her kits. But she died when they thought they had won. I don't know, Sorreltail. Is this the best reasoning? If you freaking die, who's gonna look after your kids when you die? I don't see this reasoning, but I guess you had some type of reasoning. Oh, sorry, that's my parents yawning. Don't know if you heard that. And then after that, of course, it's Firestar. He gave up his last life to help. But he really didn't need to die, but I kind of appreciated that he didn't live forever. Like, you know, Sandstorm and Graystripe are so old. They should be in the Elder Den by now. Actually, they were at the end of the book. Okay. The middle of the book wasn't that interesting, really. I didn't really have any discussion parts in them. But what I really didn't like, how Bramblestar almost fell for Jessie, or started falling for Jessie. I was actually really hoping for Squirrelflight and Bramblestar to to bring their relationship back to life. Like, I felt like they should, because they made such a good couple, and I don't know. I understand his angerment with her, but 2 series I think was a bit too long. I knew it would come along in this book eventually. Like, Aaron Hunter couldn't get away without doing it. I just wanted it to happen a little earlier so we could have seen Squirrel Flight and Bramblestar's kits. Stars. Don't call them Claw a lot. Unfortunately, that happened within like the last 25 pages of the book, so we didn't get to see much. So, yeah. Another really important part of this book was the new, what do they call it? The new rule, or part of the code. So the code is, under StarClan, 4 clans will be one to preserve the 4. So no clan, give me a second, let me find it. This is not easy. Move sticky note. Okay. I wish to create a new rule for the warrior code, that each clan has the right to be proud and independent, but in times of troubles, they must forget their boundaries and fight side by side to protect the 4. Each clan must help the others, so no clan will fail. I think that's a great ending. I really approve this rule. You can't, there can't always be 4 clans if the other 3 clans don't even care when this clan gets attacked by wild dogs or something. You need to work together. Okay, the manga. OMG. Oh, I hope they have a super edition. Please, Aaron Hunter, make a super edition called Squirrel Flight's Kids. I want to know. Oh, no, don't make it about J-Pop. I want the real one. Okay, here it is. Epic. OMG. I didn't even know it. I thought she was actually sick. So the only reason she actually took on, Sorry, I'm not saying she's evil or anything, but the only reason she took one of the reasons she took Leafpool's kit was because Yellowfang lied to her and said she wouldn't have kits. I wish she told Brambleclaw that earlier, because maybe he would have forgiven her. So yeah, just gonna see. Oh my god, it doesn't matter now. I'm not sick. Not at all. So what's wrong? Nothing. Bramblestar, we're going to have kids. Ah! Okay, I heard that and I was like, yes. But why? Why? End of the book. Really? Really? Cliffhanger? I didn't see that coming. But I really wanted it. But I didn't want it. Now they left me at a cliffhanger. I hope they make a book about after, maybe about Squirrel Star's kids or something. I don't even care if Bramblestar's, well, that sounds evil, but I want Bramblestar to live, but I really want a book. I don't know, I don't care. I want a book about Squirrel Flight's kids. I want to know what they are, and I want to see them bring Bramblestar and Squirrel Flight together and back into that very close, feisty relationship they had. It was one of my whole favorite relationships, and I really loved them. Okay, so I'm going to close this book review, and bye-bye, Flying Hedgehog. See you later next time. And this is Silversong, in and out. Just gonna warn you, I'm probably gonna start on the Percy Jackson series. I'm just starting to read the Blood of Olympus, so yeah, look for that soon. I'm sorry, I'm gonna start doing the first book in a while. I just had the chance to do this one, and I really wanted it to be my first video because it is one of my favorite books in the series. So, see ya!